Originally did not have this on the agenda today, but we're going to go to cut off the stems of the garlic that we have hanging in the barn. We need to remove the garlic because we're going to replace it with onions. It's just to dry everything out. You have that really nice like hard garlic and it's like super flavorful. It wasn't turning out amazing in the garden. How the garlic turns out, I'm sure it'll be fine, but yeah, so come with me to cut the stems off of all of the garlic that we have hanging in the barn.
Here, first we do, okay, this is how they hung up to dry. Now that they are mostly dry, we do this, up it up.
Basically peeling off the skins. You can see these ones have kind of been all cleaned. They look all white. Then they're gonna dry out here because we don't want them to be moldy or wet. So we just want them to be dried out, and we're also gonna lay out some onions down on that side to dry out as well. Today is actually a really busy day. We're going to be moving the cows to fresh pasture. We do regenerative farming on our farm, and our farm name is Rich Pastures Farm. Actually, I never talked about that in my first video. I'm gonna be moving the cows to fresh pasture. I also need to make I'm gonna make some soup because I have a bunch of ripe tomatoes that just are going to go bad if I don't do something with them. Bread that I need to put in the oven that I made from last night, so I don't want that to get too overproofed. So harvesting some onions. I don't know if we're gonna do the onions today, but we're basically just making room in the barn for both because the veggies need to dry out so they don't go moldy, and they keep so much better over the winter. It is thunderstorming tonight. We have to kind of do things in a certain window because I think there is a storm coming tonight. I also wanted to say thank you so much for all of the support that I got on my very first vlog. It really encourages me to make more. I'm going to be trying to do 1 video a week. That is like what I am committing myself to. Nothing more than 1 video a week because I think it's already a lot of work as is, but I'm having a lot of fun with it. I really, really am. So thank you guys for all of the love and support that I got from the first video. Let's get this farm done. Looks really good. It was actually not very overproofed. It was a little bit overproofed, but I think that people overcomplicate bread and they don't think they can skip steps, or they feel like they make mistakes and it's not going to turn out. I have made bread so many different ways and made so many mistakes, and the bread just turns out good anyways, because I think it's all about whether or not your bread tastes good. I think that's what you should measure the success of your loaf on. So this may look a little dark on top, but I think it's gonna be really good. The bottom turned out great. A little hack actually is to put a baking sheet at the very bottom of your oven underneath your loaf so that the bottom doesn't burn. I do it every single time and it always turns out perfect. I'm gonna wait, but I kind of want to cut into this now. You're not really supposed to. You're supposed to let it sit for about an hour or so until it cools down, but I just need to see the inside. I need to see how we did. Oh, it's nice and crisp. There's literally nothing like fresh baked bread. It's so good. This is my Holly girl. She's the only cow that lets us pet her. She's the most chill. This is the side that the cows were grazing on, so you can see it's been chewed down. And then this is the side with all of the fresh grass. You can see how tall the grass is compared to this side over here. And they're already getting really excited. They know what's coming.
We're just about to open up a fresh section for the cows. They're getting excited. And once we move that wire, they're gonna dive right in.
And they've been through this routine so many times, so they really know the drill. They know they're gonna get some fresh grass. Excuse me, you're in my video. I don't know if you guys can see, I am glazed over right now. It is so freaking hot. We're shiny. Very shiny. On days like this, I only wear my hair up or crazy curly and in a French braid because it's too hot to do anything else. I can't have any hair touching me. It was actually Christian and my anniversary yesterday. So 2 years married. Yesterday, August 11th. Wait, was yesterday? Yeah, it was yesterday, August 11th. Wind doesn't pick up too much in the background of this audio. Thinking I'm going to have to invest in a mic or something. As I was saying in the car, I just started getting shy because Christian got back in the car. Our 2-year anniversary yesterday. We got married August 11th, 2 years ago. And so Christian and my story is a little bit unique. We were high school sweethearts. We did meet in high school. We actually like won the, whatever the award is, like the high school sweetheart award. I actually don't even remember what the award was called. Broke up when I went to university and we were on and off for like a little bit, but then we like really broke up for like 5 or 6 years. You know, our separate ways. We still had the same group of friends, so we would run into each other every once in a while. But then he asked me to go on a date. I think I was 25 or 26. We went on a date and it was sort of like that date. We would kind of like dance around it a little bit when we would be broken up, meaning I think sometimes we wanted to get back together, but we knew, oh, it's not gonna work. It's the wrong timing. You know, we're still holding on to the past. We're still bringing up the past. When we went on that date, I think we were both just a lot more serious about it, and we said to each other, if we get back together, like, this is it. We are letting go of the past. This is day one for us. Because people actually ask me all the time. I had this one video go viral, just like a little summary of Christian and my story, and I had so many questions. How'd you get back together? I had to let go of things we were holding on to from when we were 17, 18. We were being petty and immature. So at 26, when we decided to get back together, we were like, let's be together now and be with each other now and move forward. We also were completely different people. Like, I was not the same I was when I was 19, 20. I had grown so much as a person. I had different jobs. You grow, you experience things, you travel. Yeah, that's a little like glimpse into our story. And then we were together since. since I was 26. I'm 34 now, and then we got married when I was 32. So yeah, I wanted to share that because I get asked a little bit, or whenever people are like, oh, you were sweet high school sweethearts, I'm like, it's not as cute as you think. we broke up a little bit here and there, so maybe not as cute. But I'll also get into our story as to like how we got onto the farm and all of that. Maybe that's in a separate video. How we ended up on a farm is also very unique, and that's why I wanted to do a YouTube, because I do feel like I am unique in this whole situation because I was not a farmer. We are first generation farmers. Longest time I felt like I didn't really know where I fit in because I wasn't a farmer, so I wasn't this like hyper natural cook from home, make meals from scratch. I didn't know how to do any of those things. Didn't know how to garden, never kept a plant alive in my life. So I didn't really know where my place was in all of this. I didn't, you know, feel like I could start a YouTube because I was such a beginner at everything. But now I realize that that's kind of what makes me unique. I want to be a beginner in front of everyone, and I want to take you along my journey and not just look like an expert. I failed my first loaf of bread. I failed my second loaf of bread. Just things like that. A little transparent in the challenges that I've also had in this journey as well. Oh my gosh, today's been so busy. I feel like I have to like pause and think about what I'm doing next. So now I think Christian and I actually have to run some errands in town potentially, but I also really need to cook up those vegetables because I think we're just gonna have soup and bread tonight, something really easy. Actually, maybe we'll do grilled cheese. Yeah, that's more fun. So I need to clean up because I know I'm going to regret it if I have to do it tonight. So I'm gonna clean up, put away some dishes. I do actually have a little bit of editing I need to do, so I might do a little bit of work on my laptop. It's going to pour, I think, tonight. Like the sky is looking really dark. So I do kind of want to do some work outside while it's still nice. And there's a really nice breeze too, so it's not overly hot. I think I'm gonna go do that. I'm gonna tidy up and do some work. One of my biggest roles on the farm is to make sure that I organize all the eggs after they're collected and I wash them. I choose which ones are clean, organize them into cartons, and then any of them that are washed go in the fridge. So unwashed eggs can be left out on the counter, washed eggs have to go in the fridge, but they're so beautiful. They're all different colors. We do also have some blues and greens, but we don't get those as often. When at the farmer's market, always loves when they get the colored ones because they're so pretty. I'm gonna do a little bit of organizing now. There's not a ton that I need to do because I don't do egg deliveries until Friday. So that's another one of my responsibilities is I deliver eggs on Friday to, it's about an hour drive. So that's also something that I do. Just showing you guys some of my farm wife duties because literally everybody always asks me what my responsibilities are on the farm, and this is definitely one of them. his one little ear. He's so cute. I actually ended up using a batch of soup that I already had. So I'm gonna save the stuff I have in the oven for another day. I'll just jar it, put it in the fridge, but we're gonna have this tomato soup tonight. So I'll make a ton of these jars of like pasta sauce. I use it as pizza sauce. Pizza, cutie.
I'm trying to modify.
Because we eat so much pizza and pasta, we do go through this pretty quickly, so we don't need to worry about it going bad. But yeah, I'll make a ton of like little pizza and pasta sauce combinations. I'll put basil in it. I'll put onions, garlic. I'll put chives in it. Honestly, I'll put anything in the from the garden in it. I'll put rosemary in it. I'll like experiment with different flavors. So yeah, this is a good way to use up all the tomatoes. Usually on Mondays or Sundays, I will do like a meal prep for the week. So I'll write out all the meals and then I'll look at what we have in the fridge. So I have like a list called fridge, and then this is everything that we have in the fridge. So we've got ground beef, chicken, we have 2 different types of soups that need to be finished, and then we also have some pizza dough. So I'll use that list to kind of map out what I'm gonna make for the week, and then we're on Saturday for a wedding, so I know I don't need to make anything on Saturday. So I'll just write everything out in like cute little colors.